Hi, I'm Berta, and my thesis is about evaluating the risk of suffering a hip fracture just by evaluating the biomechanical factors when falling.
Hello, I'm Mònica Font, and my Bachelor thesis is about computational modeling of TAVI, that is the transcatheter aortic valve implantation. And my thesis is focused primarily on thrombus formation after TAVI.
How would you describe, in one sentence, the reason of your bachelor thesis choice?
Okay, so I've chosen this topic because I thought that it was very interesting to use finite element models to be able to mimic something that happens in our body and have like a solution to a problem that affects more and more people nowadays.
It's hard to describe in one sentence the reasons, but maybe I would say that my choice was because I have always been fascinated by the heart and the procedures that are carried out as an alternative of the surgery. And TAVI is one of the most interesting from my point of view.
Which 3 words describe the future of your work?
So the 3 words I would use to describe the future of this field, they would be necessary, useful, and game-changing.
Okay, so I would say innovative, complex, and fascinating.
If you had to choose, what is the aspect of your bachelor thesis you find most appealing?
I think that the most appealing thing about my thesis would be the fact that it's something that could be directly applied in the clinic. And if you're able to evaluate and predict those people who will suffer this risk and this fracture, you can start treating them with pharmacological treatment and changing, suggesting some change of habits, so that this has an indirect effect on the life of the patient.
I think that what seems most interesting to me is what I can contribute with my results, because there is like a lack of studies related to computational modeling of TAVI nowadays. And it is like a challenge not having studies that have done the same thing to have at least like one reference. So this is what I find most appealing.
Do you have any fear when deploying what is requested or needed?
I think that a problem that we may have in this field is that to be able to do this prediction, we need to perform a simulation. And if we want the simulation to be patient-specific, which is the goal, to adapt the model to the patient, the model needs around 6 hours or more to give you results on this. This is a lot of time, and maybe when you are performing this on a clinic, it's not feasible. You cannot have people just nowadays just performing simulations, but I hope that in the future, when people see the potential of this field, there are the resources and people able to work just by simulating and doing things outside of being a doctor or a nurse or whatever other thing in this field.
Well, since there are no studies where you can support yourself, it's a bit scary because it's like jumping into the pool without water or being blindfolded. But at the same time, it's like stimulating. So I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it like a motivation.
What do you expect from your bachelor thesis to learn about?
So from this project, there are two different aspects that I hope I learn. The first one is managing time. I have a whole academic year to do it, so it's a lot of time, but also a lot of work. So I hope I could manage time and not rush at the end. And the second thing is learn about the pathology and how to use like mathematics and modeling tools to be able to solve this For example, statistics, I don't know a lot of statistics, and I think it will be a challenge to apply these statistic tools that I'm going to apply to perform the analysis. However, I feel that it's an opportunity to learn new things that I have not learned during this degree.
Well, actually, I'm already learning a lot, both from the clinical field on the TAVI procedure and the formation of thrombus, and from computational modeling. And of course, I'm sure I still have a lot to learn, but above all, the greatest learning that I will take will be even if things don't work out when and how you want, you shouldn't throw in the towel. You have to trust in your potential, and above all, make an effort so that things turn out as well as possible.